The hot stove is hot, as the Yankees are heavily involved with multiple bats on the market. How Steinbrenner and Brian Cashman met with the media, and the longtime GM didn't hold back in his defense of the organization, and the hitting coach search is heating up as a former MILB coordinator is emerging as the frontrunner. All of this and more is covered in our Yankees Roundup for the week. Hey guys, I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees, and before we get into today's video, 63% of our viewers aren't subscribed. So if you enjoy these kinds of videos and want more Yankee content, press that big red subscribe button and drop a like because it helps us in the algorithm so more people can see what we've got cooking. That's enough promotional stuff for now, so let's hop into the main event. First, we have the pressers from Brian Cashman and Hal Steinbrenner, and while Hal's was pretty mundane, stating his dissatisfaction with the 2023 team and some changes they'll look to make, he did talk about the fact that Aaron Boone apparently expressed the team's lack of bunting ability to the higher ups, and Hal mentioned that they'll make sure the younger players are able to do so, which is likely in response to the league average on bunts going up, as even when you remove pitchers from the sample size, there's still a notable uptick in success on bunts in 2022 and 2023. But that doesn't mean teams should bunt more, but rather succeed more in their bunting situations. Furthermore, the rules and extra innings create win conditions that include bunts when you're the home team, since scoring that run could win the game if it's still tied. Outside of that, it was safe to say that this was just a say a lot without really saying much presser, but Brian Cashman was far more telling in his press conference. In a fiery media session laced with profanity, Cashman defended his employees and staff, calling them pretty fucking good, which rubbed media and fans the wrong way. Cashman would further explain that they have the smallest analytics department in the AL East, although he expressed his desire to grow that part of the organization. Eric Boland of Newsday.com did raise a pretty good point, and that's that a graphic from August 27th of this year revealed that the Yankees had the second largest analytics staff, so it's pretty hard for Brian Cashman's statement to be true. So sure, this wasn't really a fun listen for a fan, especially if you just watched an 82 and 80 season and expected this team to contend for a World Series title, which was the general consensus, but it did seem like it was more of a defense of his employees than it was of a defense of the on-field product. At the end of the day, we can be angry at his comments and we can demand better, but no words uttered by Cashman would be as assuring as making some much needed moves this winter. It's put up or shut up time for Brian Cashman, as if he's gonna go scorched earth in the media, I'm expecting an offseason that reflects said emotion. On the hot stove front, the Yankees have been linked to Cody Bellinger by John Heyman, as a Scott Boras client is set to receive a hefty payday following a strong 2023 campaign. Eddie Martino of SNY confirmed that the Yankees could delve into that market, but reiterated the Yankees' concern with his profile and injury history. After swatting 26 home runs last season with a 134 WRC+, he has strong contact and speed tools that are certainly enticing from the left-handed side of the plate, but it's really hard to truly buy into a profile that projects for a 108 WRC+ according to Steamer next year, and while he could be set up for a big payday, the Yankees are seemingly more focused on Juan Soto, and it sounds like the Yankees are going to be opportunistic buyers on Cody Bellinger instead of straight up aggressors. The other name that they were attached to was Matt Chapman, per John Morosi, and Chapman was at the GM meetings before they were canceled due to a stomach virus spreading around the area. The 30-year-old third baseman took home another gold glove, but after an MVP start to his season, he fell all the way back down to a 110 WRC+. He still had a 3.5 F4, and a 110 WRC+ is nothing to scoff at, but concerns about his streaky nature are more than fair. Could the Yankees, who have had massive issues regarding their production at the hot corner, help unlock that next level for Chapman? Maybe, but with a qualifying offer attached and it being rejected, I don't expect it'll come at a cheap cost. Both players would help the Yankees line up in areas that they haven't had a stable option at for a while, but I still believe it comes with a massive risk. On the trade front, Derek Gould of STL Today reported that the Yankees have had trade conversations with the Cardinals regarding utility man Brendan Donovan and outfielder Alec Burleson. While Burleson has been an excellent hitter at the minor league level, swatting 20 home runs with a 137 WRC+ in 109 games at AAA back in 2022, his major league career has been less than fruitful. Over 123 games, he has an 85 WRC+, with just 9 home runs and a 295 OBP, and while he struck out just 13.5% of the time, his lack of speed and high ground ball rate makes for a bad profile, and it's not like he has a position he can reliably play either. He profiles more as a DH, and the Yankees don't have enough room to play him full time, with Stan and Rizzo both on the roster. As for Brendan Donovan, it's hard to find a better fit than this on the trade market outside of Soto. The 26-year-old switch hitter has a career 124 WRC+ and 381 OBP in his first 2 seasons of big league action, running low whiff rates rates and making excellent swing decisions as well. This past season, he hit 11 home runs in 95 games and slashed 284, 365, 422 with a 118 WRC+, and as the Yankees look for more contact and plate discipline at the top of their lineup, he'd be a perfect fit. Rob Marinaccio and Clayton Beeter were listed as names St. Louis had interest in, but I doubt either name gets a deal done for the Cardinals when it comes to Brendan Donovan. It'll likely cost a pretty prominent package, likely requiring the Yankees to part ways with a controllable arm like Clark Schmidt, perhaps somebody like Michael King, or maybe they look towards the farm system, parting ways with guys like Drew Thorpe or Chase Hampton, and we could see names like Johnny Brito and Randy Vasquez involved in this as well. Overall, I think it'll be an interesting saga to follow since these two teams have had contact since the deadline, as these two teams have been in contact for a while, as the Yankees attempted to strike a deal at the deadline for Dylan Carlson, and we'll have to wait and see if these two parties can finally pull off a deal. Another report that came out that was pretty shocking has to do with Alex Verdugo and Gleyber Torres. Now, the Yankees have been interested in Alex Verdugo since the deadline. Apparently, they offered Clark Schmidt for him. And on top of that, the Red Sox have had interest in Gleyber Torres. Now, both parties have these two players on one-year deals as they're going to hit free agency following the 2024 season. And if I'm honest with you, I don't think the Yankees are going to make this trade. Gleyber Torres is a significantly better player than Alex Verdugo is. And sure, Verdugo is left-handed. And sure, Verdugo has more contact skills. But quite frankly, the Yankees have the better player in Torres. If they're going to move him for an outfielder, they're going to move him for one with either A, more years of control, or somebody with equal production. Alex Verdugo does not check any of those boxes. So yes, you're going to see rumors. Yes, you're going to see people talking about it. But I can assure you that the New York Yankees are not going to make that trade. It makes no sense for them. It should also be noted, though, that Gleyber Torres is not expected to be extended, according to Brendan Cuddy of The Athletics. So it's not off the table that they trade him. It just feels like it's off the table that they trade him for a guy who's not as good as him. James Roseman is looking like the leading candidate to become the Yankees hitting coach, and following some reports that suggested that Tim Laker of the Dodgers could also be involved in the hiring process, sources have told Joel Sherman of the New York Post that Rowson has been made an offer by the Yankees. Rowson, who was the Yankees minor league hitting coordinator from 2008 to 2011, before returning again from 2014 to 2016 to serve the same role, is a well-liked and highly respected name in the industry. He spent time as the hitting coach for the Cubs from 2012 to 2013 and the Twins from 2017 to 2019. He also took a bench coach role with the Marlins from 2020 to 2022 before spending a year in Detroit as the assistant hitting coach this past season. His tenure as a Twins hitting coach was great, as he ranked as the 5th best offense in baseball over that stretch, and his swan song season was what the Twins accomplished in 2019. The Twins had a 116 WRC+, which was the 3rd best mark in the league, and that was thanks to their record-breaking 307 home runs and 4th lowest strikeout rate. Doing damage was their MO, and the Twins were 4th in zone swing rate that season, and the Yankees are a team that's historically not been very aggressive in zone. Swinging aggressively isn't inherently a good or a bad thing, it's just different, and Rowson doesn't believe in forcing molds on every hitter. He's embraced a model of focusing on hitters' strengths and emphasizing them, and looking at the average age of the players he's worked with in Minnesota and Detroit, it's easy to see how the Yankees think he can click with the kids. The Twins were the 4th youngest position player group in baseball when Rowson stepped in, and that season they ranked 6th in OPS+ and 7th in runs per game. Byron Buxton had an excellent anecdote about how Rowson helped empower him at the plate. He told me each and every day, "You're the best player." I had to mentally prepare myself each and every day like, you know what? I am the best player. Once my mindset shifted to that, the other stuff didn't matter. James Rowson played a large influence in Buxton's mentality change at the plate, and I have no doubts that he could do the same for some of the younger guys on this team. That's all for our weekly roundup. If you guys enjoyed today's video, let us know in the comment section below, and check out our socials on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and of course this YouTube page for all of our other content. YouTube recommends that you watch a video on screen. Make sure you guys share your thoughts in the comment section, and until next time, peace out.